What's up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to get you on health, fitness, social well-being. Welcome to episode 2 of Make or Break, the prep series for the Low to Kilo Classic, the next meet that I will be doing November 23rd, my Powerlifting America debut. That will also be my qualifying meet for Powerlifting America Nationals, which I am officially signed up for and will be competing in April, along with a huge chunk of my clients that have switched over feds. It is currently 11:47 p.m. So by the time I'm done with this workout, it'll be well after midnight. You guys have probably seen my face, bro. I'm tired. I'm very tired. But I'm also very happy, feeling very blessed, very overjoyed. This past week's USAPL Nationals was very, very successful. Like just across the board, like all of my clients did incredibly well. We had no less than 7 for 9 days. And the vast majority of my clients all went 8 for 9 or better. PR totals across the board. 2 national champions with my client Leanne, who's the new 48 kg USAPL national champion. My sister Bria, who's the 56 kg USAPL national champion. My boy Carrington literally handled the entire week, multiple sessions, was pretty much handling as many sessions as I was handling at, and still competed on the final day in the primetime session. Smoked, leg smoked, back achy, beat up, and still placed second, which was fantastic. And we know it would have been a closer battle had he been fresh, but the fact that he competed at all was huge. It was such a good week, man. And seeing so many of my clients who are coaches doing so well with their own clients, even in some primetime sessions, it was incredible, man. And I'm just hyped because one of my goals for this year as a coach was I want to improve my game day handling. And it's just objectively getting better every single time, man. I literally posted about this on my Instagram earlier today, and maybe I'll have the numbers pop up on screen or something like that. But it's like in 2022, right, I had 19 lifters at USAPL Nationals. 1 went 5 for 8, 2 went 6 for 9, 7 went 7 for 9, 6 went 8 for 9, and 3 went 9 for 9. In 2023, last year, crazy hectic. We had 32 lifters compete. I had 1 go 5 for 9, 3 go 6 for 9, 10 go 7 for 9, 10 go 8 for 9, and 8 go 9 for 9. Then this year we had 16 compete. Had 1 go 7 for 8, 2 go 7 for 9, 8 go 8 for 9, and 5 go 9 for 9. So if we just look at the relative progression, all depending on how you define success, right? I define success on did they go in and PR their total, right? But if we're looking at it from a game day handling perspective of making right calls and clients executing the lifts, then if we look at it from a 7 for 9 or better perspective, an 8 for 9 or better perspective, a 9 for 9 or better perspective, the percentage has gotten better in terms of success rate every year over the past 3 years. And this was my 5th USAPL Raw Nationals that I was coaching at. I just like to look at this year and the past 2 years specifically because those when I had much bigger groups of clientele. But I say all that to say, I am constantly and continuously getting better as a coach. So that means I also refuse to not constantly continuously get better as a lifter. So even though it's late and I'm tired, I don't want to be here, I want to be at home chilling with my wife and my daughter, I'm here getting it done regardless. I didn't miss any sessions while I was in Salt Lake training this past week. My week 2 SBD, because I'm on week 2 right now, actually went incredibly well. I was shocked. You guys know that out of every week, I tend to feel the worst on a week 2 SBD just because, yeah, fatigue's not very high, but fitness is also pretty low from the easier week 1. And in this case, fatigue was high from all the handling before that point, plus fitness was low, and things still flew, man. Like just as far as my top sets, I hit my top set of 5 on squat with 195 kg, 429 pounds, and I was zooming out the hole for week 2. Had my 3x1 for my 3 top singles on bench with 341 pounds, and they literally got better as I went. And then had my single on deadlift 501, and also it moved, man. It moved. I think it's just having the energy and the hype of all the handling and also being able to train with a bunch of my clients I don't usually get to see. All of us training together. This is a good time. But yeah, man, I'm here. I told you guys I was going to take you through some of my non-primary day workouts this prep anyway, so this kind of works out perfectly. And the way I look at it is if I can push myself hard right now during these circumstances, this prep's going to be great. Because unlike last prep, where it's like I had a really good mentality in spite of training not going well, this prep I have a great mentality plus training is going well. So I feel unstoppable regardless of the circumstances. Anyway, you guys just saw me work up to my final set of 8. I had a 3x8 ascending sets of close grip bench. I only recorded the highest set, 117.5 kg, 259 pounds. I believe that's the most I've done for an ascending set on this secondary bench day on week 2. So I'm happy with that. We're gonna bust the rest of these accessories, and then after that, I'll probably talk to y'all tomorrow.
trying to bust a nut in a nutshell. Used to say fuck the police, now I say fuck jail. Same shit, different anniversary. I don't play, boy.
All right, guys, so yesterday went incredibly well, and the accessories from day 2 that you saw after I last talked to y'all also went incredibly well. Like, you guys can tell, right, that like, kind of like I alluded to in my last video, with my bigger movements, what I'm focused on with the accessories is the same thing I'm doing with the big 3, where it's all about, okay, where did I start the macro cycle off last time? Starting heavier than that, so that way I'm getting relative progression. Oh, I'm doing heavier week 1 and 2 of block 1 of this macro than I was week 1 and 2 of the first block of the last macro, right? And the reason why I do this is, once again, just like with the big 3, with these bigger movements like, belt squat, weighted dips, pull-ups, things like that, if I just try to continuously add weight, week to week, or even relatively block to block, I'm eventually gonna stall out and then eventually be pushing too hard where it will either, one, I just can't progress appropriately, or I'm gonna leak into the workload of the big 3. So I scale things back, start with a higher baseline within reason of the RP assigned, and then I just get that steady progression week to week in the block, and then I keep that going block to block in the training cycle. Whereas with these single joint movements, like the curls, the press downs, the cable lateral raises, now that I have AMRAPs, I'm just pushing those to failure, right? Sometimes I'm capped at a specific RPE, like AMRAP to an RPE 9 or 10, but more often than not, I am pushing them to failure because I can recover them more quickly, and I care more about just really pushing those movements hard versus the relative loading progression with those smaller movements, right? So that's what I've been doing, and I'm feeling good. I mean, at this point, really, I'm so far ahead of where I was the first block of last macro just because of how much higher the baseline is in terms of like what I'm hitting on, the pull-ups, the dips, the bell squat, stuff like that. So feeling really good. To kind of close the video out, I'm just gonna take you guys through today, which is my day 4. This is day 4. So you guys already know this is technically my 4th bench day, but it's my secondary intensity bench day. Since the way you pretty much can look at it is I have my primary bench day, right, which is the highest performing day. I have my day 2 bench, which is my close grip ascending eighth day, like my volume-based bench day. Then I have my bench day yesterday that you guys saw me do along the SSB, just my 2 count, which just to kind of bridge the gap going into this day, which is my secondary intensity day where I touch the second heaviest loads during the week. And then I bridge the gap again with tomorrow's bench, which is really light, easy 3x3 work going to the primary. So you guys already know that. I've already explained that in past videos, but just as a quick reminder. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I got to get my weight back to where it needs to be. I was, as you guys know, I've been around 180 pounds, and that's where I was chilling going into nationals. And then while over there, I got to about like 176, and this is being back. Every time, for whatever reason, post-traveling takes a little bit of time to get my appetite back up. Eating has been great the past couple of days, so I'm like 174, 175 right now, but it'll come back quick. Really what gets me, not so much during the traveling, but like when I'm in a different location, like for handling, especially for nationals, it's just the steps. Like I'm easily getting 20K plus steps minimum every day, handling multiple sessions and stuff like that. So just higher expenditure, but nothing we can't bounce back from. Anyway, we're gonna hit this top set of bench. I got 145 kg loaded, 319 for the tempo double. Then I'll take that for a repeat single, and then I got the back down working the accessories.
All right, what's up, guys? So, it is currently Friday. It's Friday at 11:39 p.m. And I'll be honest with y'all, originally, right, I wasn't planning on recording yesterday's workout. But I was like, you know what? I've already gone through pretty much the entire week, minus the primary day, because you guys saw that last video. So I was like, let me go ahead and record this and kind of just take them through it. But then I ended up not getting to the gym yesterday until, well, technically it wasn't yesterday, right? Because the final day is on Thursday, but I trained at midnight. So it's technically 12 a.m. this morning is when I got to the gym. And I got done around 1:45 a.m. And then I got home around 2, got to bed around 3. It was just a really, really long day between the Powerlifting Now podcast, the amount of check-ins I had to do as far as calls, stuff like that, and then just the amount of blocks I had to write. Typical post-national stuff where there's like almost an excessive amount of blocks to write. I have like 30 plus blocks to write this week. And typically that's not a big deal because I just write a few a day, but just Monday through Wednesday was very busy, so I just didn't have time to sit down and do it. So I wrote like 16 of them yesterday, and then the remainder of them today. So with that being said, I ended up training really, really late. And I thought about, being in the gym and being like, hey, it's all good. I'm talking about the importance of, hey, I'm choosing to be here. No one's making me be here. And I'll just talk them through as I go through the workout. But then I was like, man, that's going to make me be here even longer. You know what I'm saying? And your boy wants to get home with his family and get some sleep. So I just kind of just ran through the workout, but still wanted to show you guys it because despite how late it was, and despite this entire week of training being like coming off of, a week of traveling, for USAPL Nationals last week, and the fact that getting sleep back on point, eating back on point, being super busy, it's like I had lots of reasons for my sessions to not go well or to not feel good. But this was probably the best week too I've had in months, and part of it is just because in general I am getting stronger, the baseline's getting higher, and because we're back in this flow of what works instead of constantly changing things, training cycle to cycle or block to block, we just have this consistency. I'm just acclimating more and more and more with the higher baseline relative to the previous block or the previous training cycle. But beyond that, it's just a mentality, honestly. It's like I'm at this point now where, like I said earlier in the video, because I'm so confident in how well things are going, I come in being like, yo, it's just week 2. I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't care how I feel. I don't care how late it is. I don't care how tired I am. There's no reason these lighter week 2 loads are not going to move well. And they do, right? Whereas I feel like before, if I would have come in with this mentality of like, oh, I'm tired. Okay, let's just get in and get through the work, then things feel very sluggish or passive. When I come in there with the intention of like, no, I'm going to make these weights move well regardless, it just wakes me up and gets me in a really good swing of things. So I'm honestly really, really happy with how this entire week has gone. I'm really, really excited for the week 3 primary SBD tomorrow because I just know it's going to set me up well for the week 4. And even though, like I said, in this first block, we're running these higher reps, it was 5s weeks 1 and 2, and now be 4s on week 3 tomorrow and 4s on week 4 the week after. I feel pretty confident for a PR set of 4. And even if I don't PR, I just do like 2.5 or 5 kg more than what I did for block 1 last training cycle. It's still relative progression, just building towards what matters. But yeah, I'm happy, man. Like I said, I mean, the series is called Make or Break. You already know. So it's this thing where I pretty much have to be in the mentality of everything I do matters. Everything I do count because I'm not going to get another chance to compete this year, right? Like if I want to keep my streak going of PRing every year since I started powerlifting in 2015, this meet has to go well. It doesn't matter what comes up, what circumstances happen, what crazy stuff happens on the day. That's how I'm looking at it. I can't just come in strong enough to where, okay, if everything goes well, I have the day one. No, I need to come in so strong to where I can hit like lower end attempts, right? And still PR the total. That's how I'm looking at it. That's the mentality that I'm coming at my training with, is that's how good I have to be. So that's what we're doing. And so far, so good. But I don't too much else to say, man. I just wanted to take y'all through this week so y'all can see what things are looking like as far as, the non-primary day, the accessory work, seeing how I'm pushing some of the AMRAPs, and then just getting relative progression on some of the bigger compound movements. And really just taking y'all through it with me, man. Because that's how this prep's going to be. That's how every prep's going to be, man. That's life. If you're an adult, life's going to happen. You're going to have stuff come up with friends, family, your job, whatever. But it's like, what are you going to do in response to it? Once again, nobody's making me do this. Don't have to powerlift, right? I can just coach and cruise on that. But the thing is, I love this still. I love training. I have goals that I want to hit. And so long as that's the case, I'm going to keep doing my thing. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you did. If you not, leave a comment down below. Let me know what can get better. Like the video, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch you guys later.